to do a 1950s skincare routine. I know I've done several of these on my channel, and I promised that there would be a 1950s video today. So what we are going to be using for this tutorial or skincare routine is the Palmolive soap, Pond's cold cream, witch hazel, I did find it, and this, I did order more of this, but we're going to use the last little bit up for the skincare today. And last but not least, we are going to be using the Vanishing Cream by Pond's. So I don't usually do this routine all the time because I do use some other skincare. But today we are going to be doing this. This is the AM version of what I will be doing today. If you want to follow along, you can. To answer y'all's questions, because I know I'm going to get a lot of these questions on some of my social medias, and I have in the past. I got the Palmolive from Dollar Tree. They sell it inexpensively, and it smells really nice. I even sometimes use it in the shower when I'm running low on body stuff. So I'm going to wet this cloth real quick. And I'm just going to wet down my face. And today we're just going to do this real quick. I'm going to start off with the Pond's cold cream and just call it a day just to give my skin a little bit of a refresh. Just to make sure that it is clean. I get this question a lot. What made you get into the 1950s? And I have an answer for y'all. I had a bodyguard. Yes, I know I sound bougie, but she was a bodyguard. She was employed by my mother because my mother worked a lot, was a single mom, and needed somebody to be a bodyguard because our family is like that. So at first, my bodyguard said no multiple times before my mom asked her and her husband if they would be my bodyguard. And yes, I'm saying bodyguard, I know. Because we were having a lot of issues with like break-ins and people harassing my family. So my parents decided that that was the best course of action. And this was before I had YouTube. YouTube didn't exist at this time. This was back in the day. So at this time, I ended up, and she ended up coming and working for us eventually, and I'm glad she did. She knew I loved, and you gotta understand, I was 9 years old when she came and worked for my family, so I was very, very young. No, I was 10, take that back. I had just turned 10, that So she ended up becoming my bodyguard, and she is still to this day my bodyguard. She did kind of have to take a leave of absence just to focus on her son. Because he had some health issues and she had to focus on that. So, one day, she had a lot of vintage stuff in a place we called her studio because she was an art person. She loved art. She was very creative. And so she had like the vintage rotary phone, and that's where I fell in love with the 50s, 40s, and 30s, and 20s. So I ended up falling in love with these things. Oops, I'll turn this off because we're not going anywhere today at this moment. Because I have been on vacation and have not been able to leave anywhere, or haven't had anywhere to go, and I'm trying to conserve as much money as I can. So now that I've done that and the face is clean, we're going to do a little bit of Noxzema. It was back in the day. The jar was glass back in the day, but I have the Noxzema here. For you guys. And she just kind of introduced me to the 1950s. It wasn't till I got my first job that I really embraced the dressing of the 1950s, the curly hair, just the nostalgic of a era gone by. So that was pretty much what I strived for. I know I'm not perfect. Days are not perfect with me. And today hasn't been a perfect day because of the muscle spasms, but we're just gonna go on and be blessed for the life we have and just move forward. So, because the weather has changed so drastically, me and my mom both, everybody pretty much in my family has back issues, and like I have our rheumatoid arthritis to boot, so anybody who has that or knows of it, RA can be fun. Especially when you're trying to get through the day. So now we are going to be using the Witch Hazel, and I don't have a fancy glass bottle, but I have ordered some glass vintage looking bottles, and I'm going to put my, certain stuff in there. So now I'm just using my Witch Hazel and making my face wake up. Now, this is what I use for the AM as a moisturizer. Now, in the PM, I use the pink. I don't know where it is at this moment. But we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to do a little dab of this. This is what it looks like. I got mine from Family Dollar. I had tuna fish for lunch, so. And I'm still hungry for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so that is pretty much the skincare. And that is what I do when I'm doing the 1950s videos. Now, I do not do the skincare every day. It's just when I am wanting to do the vintagey stuff. But I did find the moisturizer. If you are interested, I got this offline. This is the one I use for the nighttime, so I will be doing a daytime and nighttime skincare routine. This will be part 1. It will be going out as soon as I get done with this video, and then we will do part 2. And next either tomorrow or Friday, because I may have more time on Friday. I will do a whole vintage outfit with the vintage shoes and everything like that, but that is coming up. I did order it off Amazon, but this is the original pink beauty fluid, and you can get it off Amazon, you can get it online. I've even seen it at Walgreens. If you do have a Walgreens in your area, I've seen it at CVS. Just to give you, and I know this doesn't work for everybody, but I just wanted to get a vintage skincare out for y'all because I don't have anywhere to go. This is my day off. Tomorrow I'll wear makeup and I'll do a 1950s makeup look for y'all. I did get a new red lip liner and lipstick. So it is in British Red and it's from Maybelline. But I did get that at Ulta and I'm very, very happy with it. But we're going to do that skincare. Today is just going to be the skincare video. Tomorrow is going to be the makeup. And then the next day will be the makeup, outfit, skincare, and everything. So we're just breaking them down so I can get a video out for y'all. I didn't know if I would be doing a video today, but I felt better and I was like, you know what? I feel good enough to do skincare. And I think skincare is the most important thing. And, you know, I'll do the makeup tomorrow. But I will use my hot curlers to do the vintage hair care or vintage hair. But I'm going to do that tonight when I do the skincare. So that will be exciting. So it's ready for tomorrow when I do, or Friday when I do the vintage outfit. So I do want to thank y'all for watching this video. I won't take any more of your time, but I hope everybody has a great day. If you haven't already, give this channel some love. I will be doing a Q&A, so if y'all want to have any questions for me, nothing's off limits. As long as you be kind the way you're asking or the questions, I don't mind answering them. Nothing is off limits, so you can ask. So you have a great day. Thank you for watching. God bless everybody, and I'm praying for y'all. I hope everybody has a great rest of their week and beyond. And I hope everybody has a great rest of 2025. Bye, guys.